Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the whole elect. Shalom to you few brothers and sincere sisters that watch my videos and get edification or useful knowledge in this truth and heed the warning. So the title of this video is Men do not prefer masculine women. And the question up here is, do men prefer masculine women? All right. So the video says, do men prefer masculine women? And my rebuttal is, men do not prefer masculine women. So you got this dude up here, Shaquille O'Neal. Salakia, it's my dog barking. You got this dude up here, Shaquille O'Neal, and he was straight up. He told said, there's only one king in my house, all right? And that's how, I'm going to say any man with two testicles feels, all right? That there's only one man in his house. There's only one king of his castle, all right? And no man wants a mouthy woman or a woman who's sassy, who talks back to him, because it's going to end in, fisticuffs. It's going to end in a fist fight, all right? A woman who talks back, a woman who is, very talkative and slick with the mouth, or who doesn't know how to, gauge her tone, it's going to end in an argument or it's going to end in a fist fight. And I feel like that's what, a lot of women don't understand, or they just don't care, because you have a lot of masculine women out there who they're brought up in this modern day feminist society where it teaches them that, being masculine is okay for a woman, that women are equal, women are on the same level as men, and that's just not true. Women are not equal to men. Women are not on the same level of men. All right, maybe women, in this wicked kingdom of that we live in, of Esau Edoms, women are equal. But according to the scriptures, women are not equal. All right, and that's the way it should be. We need order. All right, and that's why we patiently wait for the coming of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because we need order. The world needs to be brought back to order. Women need to be brought back to order. This whole world needs to be brought back to order. All right. So I'm gonna let you watch a little this video, and I'm gonna filter out with some scripture.
Around bucket naked. Cause in my
Could you be with a masculine woman?
of course not.
Why?
You can't talk to me like I'm crazy.
What no shame up black women walking around bucket naked?
Cause in my I'm the king. Can't be two kings.
Then how could you date a woman that makes 200 billion?
Name me a nation with two kings.
I can't.
You can't, so that's what I'm saying. But if you got 200 billion, that's I gotta respect you.
So she's the queen.
Yeah, but just because she makes more than me doesn't mean she's masculine.
All right, and Salakia for cutting through the video, but a lot of these so-called women feel like because they earn a certain amount of money, that they automatically puts them in a position of a man. Financially, yes, it does put you on a certain level, but spiritually, no, it does not put you on the same level as a man. It does not put you in a man's in the position of a man. Why? Because women were meant to serve men, point blank. Women were created for the man, from the man for the man. All right, you know how they say "fubu for us, by us." Well, you were created for men, by men. All right, and just because a woman earns a certain amount of money does not make her the man in the house. All right, and a woman has to be willing to submit herself unto that man. If a woman, if a woman doesn't want to submit, then you shouldn't. A man shouldn't deal with her. You know.
You guys are masculine right here. Now right here, right here. Motherfucker, where you been?
Salakia again, and that's a good point. Is that a lot of these women are masculine, but they're masculine in their mouth. They're not masculine in physical, physical stature. They're masculine in their mouth. That's where they're the man at. They can run their mouth, but as soon as you put your hands on them, they revert back to being women.
That's what guys don't really like and respect. Just because you make more money don't make you masculine.
Yeah.
But if I marry a girl that's worth $200 million, that's okay. That's your chick.
That's fair.
But when we go to Bahamas, I got some too.
Right.
So
And be soft.
Exactly.
And talk to me sweet with a nice tone.
She gonna talk to me sweet.
Right.
Period.
So that's a learning lesson, ladies. We've said this before. Check your tone. Mind your tone. Mind your volume when you speak to a man, because he ain't gonna let you talk to him just any kind of way.
And if you get these eyes, don't say nothing else.
Come on.
Salakia, and if you get those eyes, 9 times out of 10, that's right before a man puts hands on you. All right? And women should know that look. Every man has a gaze, all right? And that's that, keep it up, and I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to do something stupid. And women should know that, all right? You pushing your man's buttons, what do you think is going to happen? All right? You enter in a different space. You enter in a man's space.
If you say something and a motherfucker goes,
Oh my God.
stop it. I'm letting you stop. Don't say nothing else.
And I'll play this video so that, you can see it straight through without me cutting through. All right? So let's go into some scriptures to filter this out. So this is Ephesians 5:22 through 24. And it reads, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord." Why? Because you ultimately submitting yourself unto your husband as unto the Lord. The Lord deals with you through your husband. All right? So you being a good wife to your husband is submitting is doing what the Lord wants. That's order. For the husband is the head of the wife. So it lets you know, the scriptures let you know right here, the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach is the head of the church. And we all know that. Yahushua is the head of the church. And he is the savior of the body. And through Yahushua, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we're able to be saved. All right? Yahushua is the mediator. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Hamashiach, is unto Yahushua, is subject unto Yahushua. So let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. So that means, you do what your husband requires you. You do, you serve your husband, faithfully. You serve your husband without question. And that's how it should be. That's order. All right? This is 1 Corinthians 11:9. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. That's right. So nowadays, we have, a lot of confusion going on. And, women feel like men was created for them. You got some crazy bug out, Eves and Jakes, that say that the woman was created, the man was created for the woman, and that's not so. All right? This is 1 Corinthians 7:28. And if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. If a virgin marry, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. All right? So when you marry, you're going to have trouble in the flesh. The apostles and the elders keep expressing this, is that you're going to have trouble in the flesh when you marry. All right? And that's why, they don't suggest that you get married. Why? Because, these women now, they're they're gonna be demons. All right, they're gonna be demons. They're gonna give you hell. All right, they're gonna give you hell about the truth. Why you not spending time with them? They're gonna give you hell about you know they're gonna give you hell about dealing with other women. They're gonna give you hell. All right, that's why it's best not to have a woman in this truth in this walk. It's best to be it's best to be single and make this truth your woman and have this truth be your woman. All right, I'm not saying that you can't deal with women, you know, but deal with them on your own terms. And then this is First Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. All right, and this is going into women, trying to be a man in how they talk. All right, and trying to overtalk a man, and being like he said, you know, women are men when it comes to talking. So they like to outtalk you, overtalk you. They like to try to be slick in conversation and thinking that they're the man, but to be in silence. Silence is golden, all right, when it comes to a woman being with a man, all right? Why? Because, when a woman talks, women talk with a lot of deceit, all right? Why? Because they know that they're not stronger than you. So they have to be smarter. They have to be more slick. So they have to be more deceitful, more cunning. All right? And that's what a lot of women do. They try to, outsmart the man. But if you're a man of the Lord, you already know how the woman is designed. That a woman is designed to deceive, that her spirit, she's coming from an unclean place, which means her spirit, might not be, all her spirit's not all there, you know. A woman is always going to think about herself first, herself and her children if she has any, you know. That's what a woman's going to think about. But with that said, Lord willing, you've been edified. Shalom to the next one.
Could you be with a masculine woman?
Of course not.
Why?
You can't. You can't talk to me like I'm crazy.
What no shame in our black women walking around bucket naked?
Touche.
Because in my I'm the king. Can't be two kings.
Then how could you date a woman that makes 200 billion?
Name me a nation with two kings.
I can't.
You can't. So that's what I'm saying. But if you got 200 billion, that's I gotta respect you.
So she's the queen.
Yeah, but just because she makes more than me doesn't mean she's masculine. You guys are masculine right here. Now, right here. Motherfucker, where you been? Who is that? That's what guys don't really like or respect. Just because you make more money don't make you masculine.
Yeah.
But if I marry a girl that's worth 200 billion, that's her. Okay, that's your chick.
That's fair.
But when we go to Bahamas, I got some too.
Right.
So
And be soft.
Exactly.
And talk to me sweet with a nice tone.
She gonna talk to me sweet.
Right.
Period.
So that's a learning lesson, ladies. We've said this before. Check your tone. Mind your tone, mind your volume when you speak to a man, because he ain't gonna let you talk to him just any kind of way.
And if you get these eyes, don't say nothing else.
Come on now, dog.
If you say something to the motherfucker, stop it. I'm letting you stop. Don't say nothing else.